After 38 days of struggle, hustle, tackles, and of course shaking the net, yeah, it has come to an end in the 104th game. That is when Ferran Torres came as a substitute and won the World Cup in extra time. Welcome to Northern Sports 360. My name is Bishop, and we want to just go over and round up how this World Cup has been. Okay, if you haven't actually subscribed, liked our videos, and of course you haven't actually visited our page, kindly do so right about now. Go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and share, because sharing is caring. Let's get back. I just want us to look at this World Cup. The World Cup is actually one of a kind. It is historical because three nations, I'm talking about Canada, I'm talking about USA, and of course Mexico, came and hosted some very unique World Cup, and it is down in history. So much money has been spent, and a lot of people viewed this, and actually it's a record attendance. Record attendance, I'm telling you. But we need to see, and the few things that we need to take from this are the lessons that we need to actually take from this, and some of the highlights of the event. First, actually, this is the first World Cup of a kind whereby 48 teams came, compared to those days where it used to be 32 teams. But right in this 2026 edition, 48 teams came. A lot of critics came and said, this was for business. Okay, I don't want to disagree with that, but we also have to look at the positive side. It was not as people thought, because people thought that, okay, the group stages are going to be just easy, it's going to be walkovers and all that. But I'm telling you, we had a lot of drama. I think you can still recall some of the dramas that actually went through. Let's start by the underdog decisions that came through. We always see the element of underdogs are coming through, and as in all the other editions and of other tournaments, I'm telling you that this tournament did not disappoint. The underdogs were right there. Okay, ati wachini underdogs gubero tie mano jomoni mano, you don't really expect much from them, but gibiro chigi surprising in aka wipo a Cape Verde nano penge Cape Verde dano tingeyo Cape Verde maberi twal, and of course their goalkeeper madano ngeyo 40 years of age ma surprising dano gi performance mamege mateko twal. You know, pulling out some of performance maguma, you know, the Cape Verde against Spain magulo economy, you know, the go surprising down 0-0 tickets to Madong Peda Wechi, and of course Kenya remote against Team Argentina. Go Charogilogi 3-2. Go to Argentina were extra time. Now any. So the drama has been there. Now let's look at still 48 expansion. But I'm telling you, there are other the gap between the superpowers of football. I'm talking about the powerhouses, the Germanys, the Brazils, the England, and all that. And between the powerhouses and Joman Manofurgiti, the rising nation. I'm talking about Dr. Congo, Curacao, Ngabano Curacao, Kanopege expanding to 48. The time the Curacao bill would not really be possible. But Okelo Johnny Endi and Wanero go putting up a very good fight. That is very good, because Kenyan team Machalo, Dr. Congo go surprising down Batakotwal, go holding England Cheroloy way extra time, or 3-2. Wanero team Machalo Curacao in a very disappointing start. You know, the German Goyogi goes Badua Rada. But go Chero ahead, go surprising Ecuador, good drawing. So those are the things, we need to also embrace. Nikelo teams 48 was not boring, instead intensifying the momentum of Bedo Polkari World Cup. Let's go to the second aspect of it. Wanyang Benwambeni, for you to actually win the World Cup, you might not need all the stars around, but you need to be organized. Yes, I'm talking about Team Machalo France. They had all the players that they needed. All the stars, Manomiete, Joma Football Akalo, Champions League. They were on form, and indeed they delivered. But the tactical aspect of it, when I call Team Machalo, the reigning champion, I'm talking about Spain. Spain go surprising down. They didn't have all the names, compared to other teams. Names, sorry so much. Yeah, we can't deny the fact that Lamine Yamal is a big name, but still, they were not flooded with stars. and only indeed go Chico performing Matakutwal. Now this one, watch one in a tactical analysis on your Kidma coach arranging team Mega, Kidma coach a Chele, a pair of passion in Kumlutu Mega sometimes a lot to results. One in Spain, in France, Mayoguma, Tizo Kanaguri, Matakutwal, but in Marco Spain, probably your Spain just played the game. Go terrible, go pressing attack, go holding, go possessing, and of course, go to your attack. Mirbewa forward the MVP. I'm talking about Dharma, to about Rodrigo, but to about City. Indeed, he played a very pivotal role. Mirbewa ignoring the balance Malote team any. As seniors Machalo and Rodrigo, seniors Machalo Laporte, go mixing Kenny all mortgage. Jomano, they have been in the game, and the youngsters. Yes, kudos to Kobasi. Minority team any Spain, good Yorgidani. You don't need all the stars to be around, but Kaiti organized tactically. Chamo Keneberu Takotwal. And of course, they hold the record Charlie any. The whole tournament, who conceding only one goal. Yeah, the defensive record was actually amazing, Kenyo. So that is it, some of the things that we need to learn. Wakel Yodilma Mekwaka Elene. No, you don't need all the stars with you, but you need the tactical know-how so that you can put your team and inspire them with that spark of match passion to play the game as one. That is how sometimes you end up winning the game. Yeah, watching that aspect, Mokele Maumir Wafon, comme ngoma wanele eni. Yes, ngoma wanero kenye noli technology biro matakutwal ka wanero va mawati ukere World Cup ni eni vale eni biro very precise. Why? Yeah, udile magati ukere eni. If I'm telling you, for someone whom I don't know, udile eni, you go and challenge him, you go and charge that ball, and of course a lot of microchips mukana mati iye kenye to the level mano millimeters, okay, millimeters, not precise makeli kana tugomelo karo give millimeter mano manok that ball is able to sense manali odino mano donyo power donyo yo Caroline, all those things okonyo tutual manali precision money madara mero manali lokman be offside and all that, the debate odok ping tutual piani. Take again, AI and all those things are working, and definitely any Benegan Mamiro for Jituale, we need to also bring in technology you did Mamekwa, Pewaramo or level per World Cup, but man knock any camera mere one or two once in a while, when anyone will can yepogi, it take bar, we do Jimbo Kelly. We also move with the world. And technology poget Kelly, by the way. In only a Kawanero Kidma technology maguti ukere, men connecting. Okay, remember that we had 16 cities. 16 cities are from 3 different big nations. Yes, a technology medali verifying tickets padalo your down donyiba down to Chenti Mexico, Chenti USA, all those things, the technology by USA go putting probably your total to the level minority iagi Mexico ichel nero di USA. President FIFA Infantino obirigi care melero to in a day nero to manawa der well. That is not easy, but not any year technology, and of course, Kidmano Jimbo Keremia were phone adapting in game Mekwa Machali Uganda. You don't know that Uganda, by the way. As some of the things ma Tawni Beremia one and were phone to Twale a World Cup Eli. Yes, Mali. Okay, Kaibi Yubu event, Machalo, a sporting event. Definitely you need to have some money, and Polkarwanero Dalo Yubo tournaments. You prepare those tournaments and you first wait for these people to collect the registration, and that is what you base on. Machano Beach, any petty you, by the way. That is not how you run the business of sports. You should also come with something. You can't rely on joke, registration per team. How are you going to pay the referees? You don't rely on that. What if the turn-up was low? You cannot rely on gate collections. You might be investing in football or any other kind of sports. Definitely, what in Loricum USA, what in Loricum Mexico, what in Loricum Canada. This guy is invested over in equipments only over 20 million. 20 million pounds. Kenya. Makai Loka Channel Uganda is about, I think, 900 billion. Okay, equipment second, but verifying data airports mapa passport yela okay la yela to like Mexico and Lombanbe USA and Canada, they're all interconnected with land. So generally equipments berutie menali gi verifying dalo akor gi kor twal I border poison wing menali pe balo kit chaw moiken definitely and idiba the stadium kenyu the equipments bagi kero kenyu menali dalo wing it is easier for them actually to enter idiba and also make the exit. Yeah, we need to also adapt, by the way. We might not do it right away, but chanta money better any kind of sporting events, by the way. Some of the things, I think we need to also learn is trusting in these young lights, Wanele. Yeah, Wanelo to Paul, by the way, I team any on your edition Mambe World Cup. And of course, the crowd were with them. The likes of Kobe Mino, Keller England, the way they left, period. But in order to good teams, Lutomo Keremano, at least they would suit some kind of games, by the way. Let's go to France also. France go berugiro to Mokanema, the likes of Chekim, probably go bandito to Alberto Odilo, because Wanel Olise occupied that space, and of course, Kante, probably go bandito to Al. But I'm telling you, Odilo, Odila Chel Bilo with its own dynamics, and Lotoro Mapapat can play certain kind of games. But France go beru can rely to Toile, their star players, money Bagacha Odile, rotation money are sometimes Oberu Pere, and that is, I think that is how Oberu Yototo best studying France, where Okano Goro attacking Spain, Bapol Kagito, Dilman Dam. It was not really very easy for them, and when I results, and the Biro can move to Kenny Qual. Yes, and of course, the negativities, the likes of the water breaks, okay, the hydration breaks, if I'm to tell you that. It is something Mapelo to Wengo appreciating because it gave the intensity and momentum Meldi katika ward Pierre Tertuane. Yes, Kongi maintaining Wanganok 45 or 2. That is traditionally how it was used. Actually, people were used to. In getting 45 minutes, then we take a break, we discuss a few things, and we come back. But after about dakika Pierre we know yeah, now a break. Sometimes though, losing that intensity. Team take a pushing, breaking their momentum. Probably not every player actually like that. Virgil van Dijk or Katisio Lori, but also one the money making part of it. I think FIFA did too much because in that break, a lot of adverts were being run and sometimes Chelsea delaying to. Okay, Chelsea delaying to. I don't know if it was basically to me, I think there was that aspect of making money. Some of the negative things, I World Cup early. I hear the influence. Watch out before the game started. Coach on your referee Agi Africa ka early Somalia. Umar Atan. Gicharochigi blocking and no be robit kangol totally early, but a lot of those politics. But FIFA on your vulnerability, no, we don't enter into those things. But when the FIFA poll carry, the politics were done. I think there was some bit of weakness about FIFA. Not only that, by the way, some controversial red card when what in Balogan. Balogan in order to Team USA, red card. Yeah. Lokmani tieni la dear Trump ukwanye chim achiogo givota president be FIFA Infantino kama inoli giloro yototuan, okay, gikwanyo red card elo yototuan ma inoli peubiro yototuan gidan to process how it was done, and thank God the team USA was punished by Belgium, and kind of celebration pa that did Lukaku or whatever this Trump does, but you're yeah. We have the skills and we shall always overtake. And in case maybe for UPLA, please go and follow us on TikTok and go on YouTube and subscribe, like the video and all that. To sum it all, there's something Paul. A lot of people seems to be but Messi pono gikobuli eli pingo ya kele jali pa Argentina iloli Argentina gubiro ka won angarmo no galoli ya dar biro ka to World Cup para Argentina biro to African Cup of Nations Argentina agi kom team boli be Africa dok cher mo kele cher team gor ko lolu won giti cher ka po. I'm talking about this World Cup seems to be scripted. Nental no mirtieli giri wedding nyoki be retirement package ki Messi. Any debate bobe madongo twal. I don't know about you, but we're in the comment section can you targeting or it favoring Messi on your all that. And of course, what were the highs and the lows of this World Cup? That is it. And of course, I want to say it has been a marvelous moment sharing at the World Cup 2026. We pray and we hope that we are reaching the next edition, 2030. That is it from Northern Sports at 360. Peace.